Hello, my name is William, and I want to I want to bring to you guys a topic that is so needed to talk about right now, and that's the job ethic. What is your job ethics like? Job ethics don't always mean that do you steal? You know, do you do dishonest things? But your job ethic could also mean how you get the job done and how well you do the job done, how fast you do the job. Is your integrity intact? If your boss said that, we're going home early tonight, people, we're going home at 2:30 instead of 4:30, or we're going to go home whenever the job is done, what do you do? Do you slow down so you can get some more hours, or do you do the job and do it fastly and quickly and to the best of your ability? I mean, this is just one thing. This is just certain things that you can do that actually just shows that you have good work ethics. Now, me, I'm going to go ahead and do the job, get it done correctly, right, and the way it's supposed to be in a timely fashion. I'm not going to sit there and do what other people do, which is milk the clock. Well, we got to milk the clock, man, because if we don't, we're not going to get that many hours. That's stealing. That's robbing. That's bad work ethics. Not putting forth your best effort to accomplish your job, that's bad ethics. Stealing, bad work ethics. Lying, bad work ethics. Doing the work the hardest you can, the best you can, that's good work ethics. Now, there's another part of ethics that I want to get into. And I'm saying this because I want to bring it up to you guys' attention. I mean, it's something that needs to be brought out to where people can really, really understand a few things that they have not been understanding and they have not been demonstrating. You want good work ethics because you want people to like you, to hire you, to keep you working on their team. If you make a deal or contract with an employer, that contract, okay, it has everything to do with ethics. If that contract is broken or not, it's going to depend upon if you have integrity, if you have good work ethics, if you got good values on the job. So if you make an agreement with an employer to get paid to do a service, that's what it is, and that's what you should do. It's an agreement. It's sort of like a contract, like an agreement, a verbal agreement. Unless you do sign papers, then it becomes a written contract. So, your work ethics. And a lot of the employers need to change their work ethics also. And one of the ethics that they need to change is, why are you making it difficult and hard for somebody to get a job working for you or working anywhere? You guys need to go old school with it. Here, look, here's a service for a service. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to scrub my floor. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to write computer programs for my company. All this extracurricular stuff that's in there, that's not what it's supposed to be about. You guys want to do background checks? You guys want to do, if you don't bow down and kiss my feet, you can't have the job. Pretty soon you're going to be out of the ball game. You're going to be out of the picture. Because it's all going to come to an end and it's always going to restart, refresh itself. So, people, let's get to the point to where when you hire people, you don't hire people because of the color of their skin, because of their sex. You hire people or their religion. You hire people because they are qualified to do this job for you. Resumes? Come on, man. Let's get back to the old school a little bit. I don't want to regress on things that's been accomplished in our history, but I still want to get back to the basics. The basics. That's the simple things. If I'm in another state, okay? If I'm in another state and I would like to have this job that's offered in this state, but I can't get to that state, then it would be good to send a resume. Okay. Now, when I go and I put an application online, okay, and you're telling me that you want me to send a resume, and if I don't send a resume, I can't complete my application, that's absurd. That's going too far. It should be optional. Bring back the paper applications. You should have never left the paper applications. Bring back the paper applications. Make your paper applications legal, legit. Don't ask questions on your paper application that you're not supposed to ask. If I want to work at Kentucky Fried Chicken, then I need to have some background dealing with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Or I have to ask the employer to give me a chance to learn the information so I can get that as a part of my portfolio and my work experience. So, let's get to the basics. I'll come and scrub your house for money. Or I'll come and scrub your house for X amount of cows. You know? Let's get back to the original. You guys have gotten away from the original. You know? Work ethics. Are you judging as an employer? How are you judging the people that you hire? What criteria are you judging them by? Yeah, and you complain about the world, how the world is. People are stealing from each other. People are not taking care of themselves like they're supposed to. People are on welfare. You know, people are on systems and living off other people that they shouldn't because they don't have a job. So in order for you to blame or cast blame, you first have to alleviate, take out of the way all of the obstacles that should not be in the way. And that's the first thing is your job ethic. How are you hiring people? By what set criteria are you hiring people? By your own personal criteria? Okay? Well, let's examine your own private criteria that you're judging the people by to determine if they get the job or not. Open interviews. What happened to those? What happened to going to a place and getting an interview in the physical? What happened to that? Who took that away? Who ruled that out? That's simple. It's basic. It's brilliant. You sit in front of somebody and they get to talk to you in person, view you, see at you. Why are the employers getting lazy? You don't want to spend the time to do that anymore. This is what human resources is for. I'm sorry. This is what the human resource department is for. Are you qualified to do this job? Are you qualified to drive this forklift? Are you qualified to be this delivery driver? Are you qualified to run this machine? And if you're not, then it's my decision. Okay, well, I want to hire you anyway. I will train you. Okay. So what happened to this? I don't understand. It's absurd. Your work ethics. What are you doing? What's happening? In the government. What about some of your work ethics? You don't want to give grants to the people that needs the grants. You only want to give grants to like certain selected people and foreigners. I'm just saying, man. The work ethic here is, it needs to be, something needs to happen with that. It's so out of line. It's so out of order. And some of you guys who are employers need not to be employers, because you require extreme things out of the employees to maintain the job. If you kiss my butt enough, you get to keep the job. If you have sex with me, you get to keep the job. If you come to the party, okay, you get to keep the job. No. Let's start getting to where the professionalism. Just tighten up on your work ethics. If this person is doing a good job, this person keeps the job. Matter of fact, this person's in line for a raise. You need an incentive program to help people. Your job ethics. Why is all these people homeless, living in the street without jobs? Why is everybody going through these temporary services to get work? Because the job ethics of the employers have changed. And if you ask me, it has fallen dramatically. So you're looking for us to have a good work ethics. But I'm also looking for you to have a good work ethic. So look, I don't want to keep going on and on. I don't want my video to be too long. I kind of want it to be short, but with enough information, enough, pep talk, enough guidance, leadership, some wisdom, some solution. Get back to the basics. If you've left the basics, get back to the basics. Make it real simple. You call people in for a job interview, and there's no such thing. Well, my goodness, you guys get me started. Well, I'm not you guys now. I'm getting myself started. Another thing I want to touch on. What's this issue about a woman going out to a certain warehouse and doing certain jobs? Like retagging. You want to give that job to women. Why? No, in the workforce it shouldn't be that way. It's the same job for the men should be for the women, and the same job for the women should be for the men. Medical assisting. Who says that a man can't be a medical assistant? Who says that a man can't be a nurse? Who says the man always has to be a doctor? Who says that a doctor cannot be a woman? There is no equal opportunity. And it needs to be some vehicle, some task force team that goes and check into these businesses to see if they really operate themselves with equal opportunity. And if they're not operating off of equal opportunity, cut the government funds. It's simple. If a woman wants to work construction, she should have that option to work construction. The same as a man. The pay of the job should be the same. It shouldn't be different. You pay the same thing. What's the matter? It's simple. You keep doing the same thing. But then you turn around, you want to expect something different. You want the whole world to change and get better, but your ethics has not changed. The ethics in which you conduct yourself by, the ethics in which you address people and interact with other people, they have not changed. So how can you expect for the world to get better and change when your work ethics has not changed? Even your own personal work ethics hasn't changed. Wow. Democrats, Republicans, religious, non-religious, male, female, black, white, all of it. What is your ethics like? What is the status of your integrity? I just want to touch on that. Your ethics, your work ethics. Let's get that right. Let's get that where it's supposed to be. And you ask a person the question, do you know it's illegal? It's not right for you to ask the question on your application. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Do you know that that's not supposed to be on the job application? Do you know that you're not supposed to ask for anybody's social security number on the job application? Do you know these things? Do your research. Find out. It's not supposed to be on there. You're not supposed to do certain things. You got all this extracurricular stuff that's involved, and it shouldn't be involved. Can you work this job? Are you qualified? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the skills? Are you willing to go through my on-the-job training at my in business? So, your ethics. What are your ethics like? Have you ever stopped to look at your ethics? All right? My name is William. And if you listen to this all the way through, you're a bad person. But thank you for listening. And I hope that this has been encouraging to you, maybe uplifting, maybe inspiring you to do better for yourself with your ethics and your job integrity. Okay? I'm out. Thank you.